Hello, welcome to Talk Rice to Me. I'm Jesse.
I'm Jay.
I'm Abby.
I'm Tuan.
We got some new people here today. We got some friends. Honestly, you know what happened was on Thursday when we was at NERCO, Toon was basically talking about. I was like, "Hey, yo, Toon, hey, yo, what you doing next week? Let's do this." That's
I know. When you texted, I was like, when did he speak with you? And then I guess now when you guys were at NERCO.
It was just so random, but we just like made it happen. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's get over with, make it happen.
Yeah,
so.
I could tell you guys were having fun. So like I found the channel naturally on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, let me check out what Jesse and Jay are doing, and yeah, it's been fun.
You said you found it on the Discover page.
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy. I didn't even know it was like that, but
That's good for you guys.
Well,
If
it's
you
like
want more.
It's the algorithm. It pushes. If you like, Instagram has access to your contacts.
mm-hmm.
So like, if it's related to your contacts in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it will push it to you.
They're listening.
Yeah,
They're listening.
it was organic. Like I didn't know you were making it, and I didn't know you were starting it like in March. So
Honestly,
cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't tell anybody about it. So like when we was doing this, when we were starting it up, I didn't tell nobody about it. And then my mentality was, I never want to be the type of person if I'm doing something to make friends support me. I want you to find out when you find out, and I'm not gonna publicize it. You know, it's like one of those things like when you find out, but I'm not gonna force anybody to support me.
We'd support you though.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like this is the type of person I am. I'm just kind of like low key, and when you find out, you find out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
speaking on that social media, don't you guys think that like social media always knows you better than you know yourself?
I guess.
No, why you say that? Why do
So-
you say
yeah.
that?
Why do you?
So example, okay, is I find that when it comes to like TikTok and stuff like that, whenever you think about something or you want to do something, freaking TikTok knows.
I guess yeah.
Or like what I remember, I don't know if it still does it anymore, but like 'cause I think more people are on TikTok now than Instagram.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that like they have targeted ads? It's
Yeah.
like you look at one thing and next you know you get ads everywhere or just blowing up. Like you look at shorts.
I feel like Instagram does that.
Instagram does that too. Instagram and Facebook, they do that as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like it's more on Instagram than it is on TikTok though.
Oh.
Yeah, TikTok ads are kind of like not as good, but their algorithm to push stuff you're looking at, it's like an echo chamber. You look at one thing one time or say it in your
going and
phone
going.
or search it on Safari one time, it literally just throw as many things at you as possible. If you just even search or look at anything. It's
That's
not just
true.
related to the app.
That's true. Because when I would like look up, like when I went to Charlotte this past weekend, and I wanted to like just like look up things to do or things to eat, and now I have a whole bunch of things from Charlotte, and I'm like, what the?
What'd you eat in Charlotte? Did you get the barbecue?
No, not really. It was for a bachelorette, so it was all planned, and we kind of just like went to like one brunch place and then went to bars. And then we had like a boat day, so I really didn't get to like explore Charlotte. But like I was just looking on Instagram, like, oh, like what's here to eat? Because like I know like barbecue, yeah. So maybe next time we go.
You didn't get any barbecue? Wait, how many days were you down there for?
I was just there for 2 days.
2 days? So you only got brunch. So you had brunch for
Yeah.
2 straight days.
No, like we had like made our own food because we were just like saving money. Because one day, like Saturday, was just a boat day, so we woke up, had our own breakfast, and then made our own lunch to put on the boat.
Okay.
And we just stayed out there all day, and then we had made dinner there, so we never got to go back to the city. It was like 12 when we went back, and we've been drinking all day, so we just like slept and then left the next day.
I heard Charlotte is actually like one of the biggest like a huge growing city in the country, right?
It's really nice there.
And apparently like I think a lot of companies are
Everything's-
moving down there too. What were you saying?
Everything's like walkable.
Really?
I'm trying to think of like what it reminds me of. I want to say like a mix of Richmond and something else, but like better.
Why are you making
I
that
could be
face?
wrong. Someone tell me I'm wrong. But I like it. Maybe like a little bit of Austin too. I don't know if you guys been to
See,
Austin.
you said Richmond and you said Austin, and those are two
I was trying-
completely different type of cities.
Because it can be a little run down when you go like one street and then one street over is like really nice.
Okay, that makes
Maybe
sense.
that's what I mean.
That makes sense because when you said Richmond, I'm like, Richmond, really?
Like it gave the Austin vibes. I don't know if you guys been to Austin
Definitely
yet.
do think like Instagram does know you, because when you're on there, like I try to think like, why am I on Instagram? It's just like I just want to relax. I just want to like stop thinking about
Scroll
either
mindlessly.
work, right? And I'm just scrolling mindlessly. And I feel like when it comes to Instagram, like what does it say about me if I would ask myself that question, right? I'm talking about my Explorer page.
Okay.
It would say that like I'm definitely in a relationship because me and her would be sending like memes, relationship memes like all day. And,
Wedding stuff.
yeah, and things like that. And you know, I also got in there like some UFC stuff, like some nerdy stuff like astrology and stuff like that. But
Astrology.
God, not
But yeah,
astrology.
definitely knows you knows your hobbies.
Let me see your Discover page. It's
man.
I have a funny story
here.
about this Discover page. I'll tell you after this, because they say that like your Discover page is like literally you as all your interests.
Let me see what my Discover page is. I want to check this real quick. What is my Discover page? I'm curious.
I'm very curious.
This is yours is kind of like random. It's nothing like too crazy.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of big booties like other ones.
And do you what's yours like?
I don't know. Let's see.
Mine's just golf and hair.
That's what you're into.
That's what
like
you've been
usually,
doing.
usually what your Discover page is usually what you're like mostly into.
And a little bit of food and a little bit of like clothes, which are like shoes and stuff.
there's a bunch
Shoes
of-
and shirts.
That's literally everything you like, Jay.
Yes, it is.
Clothes, weddings, bachelorette, food.
Sounds like
a lot
someone's
of
ready to get
beauty
married.
Stuff.
But TikTok is different. It's like TikTok's for you is a little different though. It'd be pushing way too much astrology.
Target.
It's ticking me off.
Target.
You were saying there's a secret to the algorithm or something?
I don't think there's a secret to it, but like, I'll say I have a story behind it.
Okay.
So I went on a date once actually, and a girl asked me, she said, actually, I want to ask you about this after I tell you the story, okay?
Yeah.
But she was like, so how active are you on social media? And I said, I'm on it, okay? Like, I'm not crazy on it. I don't really I don't post like crazy. I'm not on it a lot. I look at it periodically if I have time, just to kill time, usually. But generally, I'm not really on like that. And like my golden rule is when it comes to like Instagram, I absolutely refuse to follow famous people. So I only follow people that I know. And then like, so I don't follow any like IG models. I don't follow any famous people except for like a couple athletes.
Yeah.
Like I follow like my favorite athletes.
LeBron or something?
Okay.
Not LeBron. I don't like
Just not
LeBron.
a LeBron fan. You follow Chris Brown, don't you?
I do follow Chris Brown. All right, so I follow just a couple, mainly, actually, to be honest, most of the famous guys just dudes. So no girls. So on this date, the girl asked me, she was asking me these questions, and she also said, "What does your Discover page look like?" And I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" She said, "Like, well, if I look at your Discover page, I basically get a good idea what type of person you are, and like what your interests are."
Yeah.
And like you asked me what my Discover page is. Okay, literally, my Discover page is food,
Okay.
desserts, a lot of desserts, right? And football stuff because I like football, and then hair, ironically, but it's mainly like because I don't know, I just like seeing like cool hairstyles, seeing something that I can like do, and what else? That's basically it. I literally have like no girls on there though. And because I think what happened was I noticed that like sometimes it will like push like thirst traps to you.
Yeah.
You can click it and it says like see fewer of these things.
Not interested.
Yeah, not interested. So every time I see like an
That's
IG
me
model,
all the time when
if I see any type of IG model or see any type of thirst trap stuff, I immediately hit the button because I don't want that on my Discover page. Not for like girls or anything. It's just that like I don't want to see it at all because I think that those type of IG stuff is so unrealistic and it gives you I see it's kind of like poison to your mind, poison to your head because it gives you unrealistic expectations of women. You know, and women don't really look like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's all like filters.
I'm assuming men as well, right? If you're a girl and you like on there, I wonder if the girls are getting the same thirst trap dudes.
That's the female.
I know she ain't got none on there, right?
No, it's the same.
But, but
Not interested.
No, I feel
Yeah,
you.
not
Bro, I feel like both sides is basically the same.
Yeah.
Like for guys, you look at it, and if you look at Instagram, you're like, there's so many women out there with like big boobs and big butt, and like their face is a 10. And then for girls, I guess when they look at their Instagram, they look at guys and like, oh, this guy got a private jet, he got hella bread, he's jacked, or something like that, and you're just out there like, well, there's tons of guys like that. So it puts, like you said, unrealistic expectations on people. Like they think that the whole world is like that when it's probably 0.10001%. And they're like different guys have different attributes. Just like on Instagram, different girls have different attributes. Like this girl got a big booty. This girl is cute in the face. This girl got like some tatas or something like that. I don't know.
So Jesse, this date went well, right? Because she probably scrolled through
Yeah,
like, wow, what
continue.
a stand-up
It was,
gentleman.
I mean, like, I guess it's because my thing wasn't incriminating. If it was incriminating, she probably would have got up and left. Let's be honest, right? But in general, yeah, I mean, I pulled it up and I was like, yeah, I mean, you can look at it if you want. So I pulled it up and gave it to her, and she's like scrolled through. There's nothing incriminating on my social media. Like, I don't get no DMs either, so there's nothing there either.
So what was she looking for? So she just wanted to like. I don't think I like that, to be honest. The way that she asked you, like, why is she basing you off of your Instagram when you're right in front of her?
I understand why she did it, because I think that when it comes down to it, because of my height, and I think this is for Jay too, it's like women always automatically assume I'm a boy because I'm over 6 foot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like literally the first thing every girl whenever I talk to me is like, oh, he's probably a boy. So I'm like, dude, just because I'm 6 foot?
Yeah.
You right, Jay? Like I like Abby, you tell me there's any validity to that.
I mean, I guess so. Maybe because it's hard because I know you guys. But I can't say I have a short king.
Hey, short kings need love too.
Let it be known.
Doing is prime proof. Almost, Jess, you could probably agree with this, but every single girl that you end up like dating or hooking up with, if they ask you how many people you've been with, almost every single girl I've ever been with, like, oh, I thought it's gonna be a lot higher.
Yes.
Every single girl has said
That
that.
really sucks. I'm sorry you guys have to go through that.
It's profiled. We get literally get profiled, but it's okay. That's just the way of life. Everybody gets profiled in some way, right? Like Tune, you probably get profiled a certain way. Like when you were a frat boy in college,
Yeah.
you probably got profiled a certain way because you were a frat boy.
Definitely. I mean, it is what it is, right? People kind of have this perception of who you're gonna be based on like who you're hanging out with, what kind of association you're in. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
But that's just how like people make judgment these days instead of actually kind of get to know you. Which like it's interesting. Like why didn't I wonder if this girl, maybe she was trying to look for a specific answer from you. Maybe she didn't trust you initially.
Maybe she was looking.
That's why I was like, I don't really like how this is going.
I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, people have their own things of doing stuff. I mean, like honestly, she was probably looking like what I like, and like and seeing if I like probably follow a whole bunch of like thirst trap girls and stuff like that. And this is my question to you, Abby. As a woman, and I've noticed this, I feel like most women don't like it if they were to like talk to a guy, or if they were like significant other, like likes a whole bunch of like IG famous models, or like follows a whole bunch of them. Like I think I saw this tweet was like, I started talking to this guy, looks at his follows list. It's like the Playboy magazine.
Well, I mean, everybody follows famous people. I mean, you specifically said I don't follow famous people. I mean, they're just famous. It's just on Instagram. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me because it's social media, unless like my man is DMing them and he's also DMing them. Fine, but I have a whole bunch of guys on mine that are also good looking.
Who you got?
I mean, just like the famous people.
Yeah,
but
please elaborate.
you also made a point of why you don't follow famous people. I think I follow too many because now I don't even see any of my friends' posts because it's just filled with all the famous people on my feed, and I can't find. Like I would be like, oh, they posted that. I never saw it because there's a ton of people that I follow, and I'm probably gonna go filter out my follow list.
I thought you were gonna say that like I follow too many now, and now like my man isn't good enough.
I can see why girls would get bothered by it because I mean, you would feel like it's just their insecurity. I would say because I would feel a little insecure. I'd be like, okay,
you would.
Why are you liking these big booty girls? No, I would feel them just because it's just like they're in their own insecurities. That's why they feel like that. They're like bothered by it.
But yeah, basically, like I said, on that date, she asked for it. Nothing. Like I said, actually, she shortly after she said that like, "Dang, you're really wholesome." I said, "I know, I'm a very wholesome guy."
Let me ask you, do you think it's because on all the other days she looked at dudes' phones, it was like, IG thought it. She thought it's just food. Word. Just kept scrolling. So that might be why.
Honestly, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I just know went on a date with a girl. She asked for my Discover page, and I said, "Go ahead, and I got nothing to hide."
And you never saw her again.
Huh?
Did you ever see her again?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I did see her again, but that's neither here nor there. No. All right, let's go into the juicy subject.
Yeah.
Tune, you suggested this. Let's talk about the Titanic Sub.
Oh my god,
Current events, right?
dude. Oh, how tragic. But honestly, okay, someone like fact check me, but did they not? Is this like the first time they're testing this?
This is
Or
actually
was this like
so. I don't know if you researched the topic.
I only know a little bit about it.
Like they've gone down before in this submarine that looks like a scrap, like put together a bunch of scrap, like
It looks
metal
like a
pieces.
septic tank.
Yeah, like you could not pay me to go and go
Right.
down. Plus, the ocean's scary. But yeah, the submarine actually had a successful trip down to see the Titanic. I believe it was last year, and yeah, we need to fact check this. But I remember reading it. This year, they thought they could do it again, and they brought more people, which included like the billionaires and like his son and other. So yeah, they thought they could do it again, and you know, we know what happened now. So that's crazy.
I just think that they should have tested it more if they were trying to. I don't know. It's just that's what rich people get. I don't know. They shouldn't have gone down there. That's what they get for like spending so much money on something that ended up in a tragedy.
You know how TikTok has like that red flags filter?
Yeah.
There should have been a red flag filter for that sub.
Yes.
Like first one,
Yes.
it is $250K to just ride on that subway.
Yeah.
What can you do with $250K? Next one
Exactly.
is piloted by a PS4 joystick, like controller.
Oh, I didn't know
It's a
that.
modified PS4 controller. That's what it's like
Yeah,
driven by.
That's
looked
even
ratchet.
worse.
It was very ratchet.
Oh my gosh, how tragic.
And then
That
the
really
third
sucks.
thing was you had to sign a release that mentioned death 3 times. Like,
Listen.
I'm just looking at it. I was like, I could do a lot more with $250K.
Yeah.
And there's more. This is what I found out when I was researching. Someone was like, do you know that humankind has discovered more of space than they have of the ocean?
Yeah. I think I just saw a video of that. Like, it's like we've only seen like 5% of it, and like the rest we don't know anything that's under there.
I'm like, what the? Why? I
That's
do
so
not understand.
crazy.
What would y'all do with $250K?
Probably start a business.
Yeah, make more money.
Go to Vegas,
Go to Vegas, gamble it all.
put it on black.
Hey, I have a question for you. On that little tangent,
Yeah.
why do Viet people like gambling so much? I've noticed that Viet motherfuckers love gambling.
That is a great question. I think it's that thrill, right? It's that thrill of taking that chance to get something, from it. I don't think people gamble to think about losing. People gamble to try and get to that next point in their, whatever they're trying to get at, right?
Do you gamble?
I do. I dabble.
He does.
You sports gamble?
Dabble just a little bit.
Yeah, my boy Nia got me into the baccarat game and actually had a lot of fun playing it. But I think like Vietnamese people, like actually a lot of people in my family do have not gambling problem, but they do dabble in gambling, and that's what I see in them, right? I think I see like they're trying to fix their financial situation, or they're just trying to like pay for that vacation that they're already on, right? That's what I see when it gets bad.
Ooh.
For me personally, I like to gamble because it's fun.
Okay.
Like when you're sitting there, putting
And
it
then
on
you
black
just
or red or
win.
just playing blackjack, it's thrilling. It's an adrenaline rush. So that's what I think about it. I know Chinese people gamble too. So
They do.
They do.
I'm curious, like, do you guys?
I think it's an
Do some
Asian thing
gambling?
in general.
I think
it's-
so too. Because Filipinos also do it.
To be fair, I think everyone gambles, but I'm not going to lie. I feel Viet people have the biggest stigma when it comes to
Yeah.
gambling. Maybe it's because we're around a lot of Viet people,
Yeah.
but in my mind, I remember before I asked you, I was like, why do so many Viet people play like Counter-Strike? You're like, oh, because there's parlors and like PC bongs in Vietnam where all they do is play Counter-Strike. So when you ask for the gambling thing, all I can think about is in Vietnam, are there a bunch of poker parlors and like gambling parlors just to play in?
That's a good point too. It's a part of the culture. Like, like they're in that people gamble with like their families, or they go on the street and like they play like the fish.
Yeah,
like
the six
bo-
fish
Yeah.
throwing
We
the
call it
ball.
like the boku kangua. Yeah, you shake it, you put money on it.
I see that in everybody's IG at family. Like what was it? On like Lunar New Year's.
Lunar New Year.
I see everybody's family playing that game. You have a whole bunch of little kids and they're playing with dollars and stuff like that. Y'all bread.
So that's like in our culture, right? And then I think some people take it a little bit too far, right? That's all they can think about, or they're working hard to get to that point. And you've seen families or you've seen people be destroyed by it, so it sucks. And we don't want to see that to happen. But for me personally, I like to do it because it's fun. I don't think I'm trying to get out of my situation by gambling at all.
What if you hit it like really big one day?
That's where you would want to go. I mean, that's the thrill that he's talking about.
If I had $250K and let's just say I wanted gambling, the responsible thing would be to save it and invest it. But I mean, fuck it. I think what I would do is just like spread the wealth. Share with the family, throw a party for my friends, live it up.
250,000.
You said Filipino people like to gamble a lot too.
Yeah, I think it's definitely in there. I mean, like when my grandma was still alive, we would like get at any chance that we get to go to the casino because they did live in Vegas.
Oh, wait, really?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Wait, are you from Vegas?
No, my aunt had lived there, and then my grandma, she lived with them, and they lived probably like 30 minutes off the strip, but there was like another casino we would just go to that was like 10 minutes, and she would go and just on the slots
So
the whole time, and then we would go bingo, and she would be on there. She would give us money. She would have money for herself.
I feel like
So-
I noticed that every time we've gone to Vegas and we go to like the casinos, it's always the old people in the slots.
Yeah, because I feel like it's easy. Just ding.
Have y'all played?
I
have.
I don't really do slots personally. I find the table games a lot more fun. Do you guys gamble like when you go to Vegas? Do you dabble?
I did it one time. So I went with my ex one time, and I was careful with it. I was like, all right. She's like, yeah, you should do it. It's fun, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, listen. All right, I'm going to watch you. Because I think like, when we was dating, we were like, she went maybe like 2 or 3 times like before I actually did it. I was like, all right, look, I'll go with you.
Okay.
And I'm going to watch you play. And I'm going to learn. And so literally, I watched her play, try to get the feel of it. And I came home, and then it was blackjack.
Yeah.
And I started watching videos and tutorials. And I'm like, all right, how do I play blackjack in the casinos? Blah, blah. I was doing research and doing everything.
I'm thinking like the Zach Galifianakis meme from Hangover.
Yeah. And I was like learning stuff about like, yeah, you gotta like, you can't play by yourself. Sometimes you have to like take one for the team, and like you have to like set up the guy next to you to win, and then because the next time they'll set you up or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I got it. And I did it for like a week, and then the next time I said, all right, I did my research, but I'm gonna watch one more time. Like now that I know a little bit, I want to watch how this game was, and then like basically act like I'm playing. And I was like, all right, I got this. And so the third time I went after learning, I was like, all right, I'm down. Took $300 with me, and I was like, all right, let's do this.
How'd we do?
I was up. I was winning. For the first hour, I was like up, like a couple hundred. I was like, I like this. I like this. And then my ex, she was like, she was losing. I was winning, and she said, I don't like this table. I don't like this seat. Can we move to another table? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, let's go, bro. Let's go. I don't care. Like in my mind, I was probably thinking like, this is like 5 years. I was probably thinking like, yo, I'm him right now.
Yeah.
And so we go to another table. We walk around. She's like, all right, let's go sit right here. This one's a good table. Sat down. I'm still happy. I'm like, let's get this. I'm trying to win a couple more $100. And then next thing I know, I proceeded to lose every single hand after sitting down and lost everything. I'm like, all right, can we go home now? I'm done.
No.
I'm done. And then from that day on, I said, you know what? I am never gambling again.
You should have stayed in your hot seat.
I should have stayed in my hot seat. You are correct. But you know what? That is neither here nor there, because I am never going to gamble again.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. That's good. Like you can resist the temptation. Now, going back to the question, if you won or if you had $250,000 just dropped in your lap, just curious what you would do.
I would probably take the money and start my own business. I would figure out some type of business that I enjoy, and I'd probably invest it in there, or something like that. Or like, you know what? I'll probably like put the money down for like a house or something like that, and buy myself probably my dream home. Because $250,000, that's a fat down payment on a house. That's like, let me think. Jay, what's the average? Like the minimum is like 20% on house.
Well, you can put down 5.
You can put any.
But like if you put down only 5%,
20. You're talking about like how much to be an investment property is 20%.
just 20%.
20%.
Because I know that if you put down 5, you still get the insurance. You have to pay that. It's like an extra 100.
PMI.
The PMI. Wait, do you guys have PMI?
I actually just got that removed this past year.
Good for you.
So I didn't talking finances. I didn't put the traditional 20% down, and I bought right after COVID in 2020, and luckily that was like 2.75 interest rate timing, and I got lucky. All right, extremely lucky, and so I didn't have to put as much as down payment. And I had a really good realtor who was just very, very smart, and he knew my financial situation. Like I trusted him, which is very important, right? If you're going on this venture, and fast forward 3 years later, I actually I submitted a payment for my house mortgage, and they didn't go through. So I just called and I was like, hey, like my payment didn't go through, and then I was like, hey, I'm also curious. Like my realtor told me that I could get my PMI removed based on like certain factors, right? And she was like, yeah, actually you could. You just have to get your house refinanced, and if your house refinanced and reaches a certain threshold, you can get your PMI removed.
Okay.
So I did that, and I actually just got it removed like 3 years ahead of schedule.
Good for you, man. That's money saved right there.
Yeah.
With 250, like you could buy a $1 million house. That's 25%. And you can get yourself a nice ass house like with that. What about you, Jay? What would you do? 250?
I would take some of it definitely to
Party.
go on vacation, like party with my friends,
Yeah.
right? And then the other maybe take like 50K to start like a business. So I would say 10K to party, 50K to start a business, and then the rest I'd probably would do the same. Either buy an investment property, like maybe a commercial property or like a duplex or something like that, and rent them out just so I can actually have that money making me somewhere.
I know you probably keep another 10K to like buy yourself some like nice clothes.
Buy me some.
I would think that, but I'm trying to get into the mindset like I would just invest it into a duplex, and whatever money I make off the duplex, that would be my clothes money.
Hey, 250. I mean, like I said, a little extra like 10K like that.
A little bit.
Jay, you know Jay loves buying clothes, right?
I do.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Jay loves buying clothes. So I was like, you know what? You probably take like
You do have
10K.
very nice
At
clothes.
least 10K for your hair too, you know.
Yes, retail therapy is hard, man. Retail therapy.
Let me ask y'all. Okay, how much money would somebody? Because you talk about these rich. You guys are billionaires, right? Paying $250 going down to that sub. All right. Me and Jay, we actually had a discussion with like Brandon like a couple of days ago. Like literally, like, these people are so rich. Jay said this. I'm just quoting Jay. You said it. Since you're
I said, these people are so rich, they're bored, so they just do dumb stuff
Right.
because they've done everything else in this world. Like we're saying, oh, we can invest, and they're like, we already invested by everything. We have everything. We have all the parties. We have all the pleasure. So let's just do dumb stuff.
And look what happened.
I think they wanted to be like the one that got to go to the Titanic. Right?
Yes,
probably.
Which, that's
what cost?
Have you heard when you get that rich and everyone's rich, you're just status signaling at that point. You're just trying to be the person who does something. That's why rich people buy teams so they
Yeah.
can be like, oh, my team did this. Or like rich people will do F1 or it's just status signaling. It's just status signaling. It's someone told me you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Literally, yes. That's the quote of what has happened to that sub.
I don't know what would be scary, going down to see the Titanic, which is like you said, very deep, or going to space. Like what's scarier?
What's a more quick death? It was what I would.
No, go ahead.
It depends on who's taking me to space.
Okay.
Or what is and not
Like,
a
are you
sport.
like if you had like a freaking submarine that was huge, like a legit submarine that has discovered like or gone through the Mariana Trenches, whatever it's called. I'm like, okay, I can deal with that, but not like it looked like a septic tank.
Yeah. It's so small.
Like they yielded it together.
Yeah. I'm like,
Some
yo.
vaults.
So I think my answer to that would be I'd rather go in the ocean than go into space, because I think there's more risk going to space because you're literally getting launched into space, all the fumes. Imagine like anything can happen. I think that there's been incidences where like rockets have flown up and blown up trying to get into
there has.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
And right, if I'm in a sub, I'm literally just sinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally just
But it's-
sinking.
Isn't it?
But
The same?
it's this. But think about it. There are stories of where a sub loses cabin pressure and you just die from the pressure or drowning.
Yeah.
It's true. Hey, imagine. Okay, you know how like they say that thing like it like imploded.
Yeah.
Imagine like it never imploded. Like imagine just being there from Saturday to Thursday, cooped up, and they say it's the size of like a minivan.
Yeah.
Imagine like you can't even get up to walk. You literally have to sit for what? That's what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for 5 days.
They
I
were
might be the one to die first because I'm gonna be banging and hollering the whole time. And they're gonna be like, "Shut up, stay calm," and I'm not gonna stay calm the entire time. So they might just have to kill me first. That's how I feel about it.
that was the fear. So like it was actually riveting, like to keep up with the news because they sent out like a ton of search crew, like the Coast Guard and everything. They were assuming that the submarine had actually like made it and just couldn't. They lost signal, so they were like rushing to get them back before their oxygen level was out, which is even scarier. Thinking like, do you want to die suffocating, running out of oxygen slowly, or would you know, the way that they went, which is imploding? And
Yes.
that's. I mean, luckily that's a better way to go.
That's why I think it's
I
really
think.
sad because they did suffer for that whole time before they imploded. I think that's just the sad part for me.
Did you see that the report? They say that that I think this is the military or Coast Guard. They heard it implode.
Oh God.
The report.
So they were close.
No, like apparently they like I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on this, but like apparently they heard like it implode over like the sonar or whatever.
Yeah.
They heard it. They literally heard it.
It's true. I remember reading that.
Okay.
Like, it was very early on in their venture. Like apparently they heard a implosion, and they but it wasn't enough for them to call off the search.
Yeah.
Which is pretty respectable. I mean,
There's like
Rest in peace.
there's
to
a
all
couple
those
of
guys,
conspiracy
but-
theories about it too. They're talking about like they probably like knew it was gonna happen or like because it was odd because we're searching for all these days and like the air's supposed to go out on Thursday, right? And they found it literally Thursday afternoon. It's like you're like, why is like you guys searching for all these days, but why did it take 2 hours after the air went out
Yeah.
to the fishing? Oh, we
my
found it. So they're like, dude, there might be some conspiracy theories or something like that. Like they knew that it was gonna implode, or they like knowing that it was like that bad, they was used to cover up something that was happening.
I got a question. It was dropped off a ship, right?
I think that's
yeah, it
So
was.
why don't they just chain like a little leash on it and just let it sink or something?
So where they were going was too deep for it to be tethered. So at some point, for them to be like visibly seeing the Titanic, they can't be tethered.
What?
But that was my thing too. Like, let's just say they found the submarine. Like, how are you gonna pull it up? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
how is this happening?
A really big fishing rod. That's what it is. A big fishing rod, a big fishing hook, and then cranking that joint up, man.
Like deadliest catch stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like Bass. What is it, Bass Pro Shop? Nah, we were in the Titanic Pro Shop up in here. We're just.
Hey, let me ask y'all. We're going back to the whole rich topic, right? All right, how much would somebody have to pay you to do that? Like say like right now, they say, hey, listen, we have another one going out next month, right? Right? And we fixed it. We fixed a couple things. It's better. It's no longer the controller on the remote control on the PS4 controller.
No.
How much would someone have to pay you? And you get to name any sum that you want. 100 million.
Nope.
Nah.
One of these billion, like, hey,
Nah.
I'll give you 100 million to go down there.
Nah.
Whoever is
I'm
giving
good.
me the money that I'm naming, they better be coming with me because
All right, we'll say they go with you. They go with you.
You get to steer it.
How much money they got to offer you for you
me-
to go down?
give me 500 mil.
500?
Yeah.
So you're basically asking for half their fortune.
Yeah, I mean, my family can probably live on that money if something were to happen to me.
You know what? What about only 100 mil?
Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it.
Because if you think about 100 mil,
That's a lot.
that's.
That's
Let me ask
a
y'all.
lot.
How much money would it take for you guys, like, to how much money do you think you would need to live the rest of your life comfortably? Like if you stop working today and I were to give you a lump sum money, how much money do you think you would need to be like, I don't have to work, I don't have to worry about money, I don't have to worry about nothing?
I'd say like 50 mil.
50 mil?
Yeah.
I was gonna say at least, even like in the single millions, just because you can use that money to make more money. So then I would end up having more money than that and then be comfortable.
Dave, you think it's smart.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be smart. But if I really wanted to just like,
Inflation, guys.
Oh, that's true.
Is this tax free?
Yeah, you get flat, you get
lump
straight,
sum?
straight cash, homie.
oh, like 500 million.
What?
You said lump sum.
You live
I'm
expensive.
I will say minimum. We'll say minimum.
You
We'll
like,
say
I'm going to
minimum live.
Sancho Pay.
How much money you think like you need minimum? That
100
like
million.
100 million? Dang, what you gonna do with 100
She
million?
finna get a
Anything
bag
I
room.
want.
You get in a bag room.
You live
Gonna
in
get that
lavish
house.
lifestyle.
Little
You
tiny
get a house. You get a house. You get a
You
house.
want a bag room too?
You
I'll
better
build
have
one
a.
for
You have a room for your. You gonna have a house for your bags and a house for your shoes.
I sure will.
See, that's like
will.
a fraction of the money that some of these rich people who are going down there, like to
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
100 mil is probably nothing.
That's like
That's
toilet
crazy.
paper.
If you got 100 million, you're gonna be good, and your kids gonna be good, and your kids' gonna be good, right?
Everybody gonna be good. My whole family.
I'll,
I'll give you a little something too. Don't worry.
I'll be
I'll think of
honest.
you.
I think 25 million is all I need to minimum. I'll break it down. 5 million for a house,
Yeah.
right? And we'll say just bare minimum. We'll say average income with the family, $100 million a year cash. How much like for you to support your family? 100 million. That's a nice a middle class lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right. No worries about money. And we'll say that's over 10 years. That's $1 million. We'll say I'm 30 something. We'll say another 60 years. 60 years, right? I'm gonna need like what I said 1 million. So I need another 6 million. We'll say 10 million.
Yeah.
We'll say 10 million. That's 15 million right there. Right? And another extra 10 million for cushion.
Do you think if money were to be dropped on your lap like that, you would be happy? Or would you feel like you're just kind of like, you shouldn't even have that kind of money at that point? Like, what would money make you happy if it was just dropped on your lap? Or would you feel better if you earned it in some type of way?
It would not make me happy. It would make me feel relief that, you know what, I can take care of my people now. Because the first thing, if like that money came to me right now, the first thing I would do is I'll probably pay off my parents' mortgage, like pay off all their debts or anything like that, any type of debt they have. That way they live stress-free. Probably buy them a new house so they can live somewhere, whatever they want. Take care of everybody, like all my family, stuff like that. Take care of any type of issues, stuff like that. And just, just be good and not gamble. And I want to gamble it away.
There's this saying that someone says that I follow really closely, but he said, everyone can be rich, but being rich won't solve all your problems. It just solves your money problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then you still have problems.
Other problems.
You have all these other problems. So, but you said 20 mil?
I say 25 mil is probably good.
25 mil?
minimum. I'm talking about bare minimum. I say 25 mil is good to live. Bare minimum to live a very comfortable lifestyle and never to work again.
I could agree with that. I'm not buying a $5 million house though.
But if you think about it, I'm saying 5 million. You think about it, $5 million house is not really that great anymore because like your house.
I get what you mean,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
I'm not someone who wants a humongous house. I don't need a
Yeah.
$5 million house.
Everybody gonna live in that.
I don't need a $5 million house. Maybe 2 million tops. If I have 6 rooms, 7 rooms, even I'm chilling. I don't need 5. Like that's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
A $5 million home. Like what am I have a basketball court in there or something?
Yes.
Like I don't
Jay's
need
gonna be in
that.
there all
Yes.
alone. Like,
I don't need that.
Okay.
Maybe if I'm in New York, I have to get like a penthouse.
Okay, well,
I can see that maybe 5
Okay,
mil.
let's say
Like Central Park Avenue or something like
I would
that?
have the top 4 floors on some place and be like, hey guys, let's go party real quick.
yeah.
But I would say 25 mil, and then like as you guys mentioned, investing it, paying off everyone's stuff. But
okay. When I say 5 million, I'm also taking consideration, like say that like say I'm in 30s, say like I live to 100. That's 70 years, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking about all the property tax that I pay. Think about all the utilities.
Can't get away from
think
that.
about all that stuff. I'm talking about all that included in there. Like 5 million, that might not even be enough for the next 70 years. Property tax,
yeah.
utilities.
yeah, I mean, okay, I have one question. If you have got that dream bag, where are you guys living?
We'll go counterclockwise.
No, we'll go ladies. Yeah, we'll go ladies first.
Where are you living?
Honestly,
Only one place too. You can't be like summertime here, wintertime here. One place.
oh, it would have to be like on the coast.
Okay.
Probably.
Spoken like a true Filipino.
Dang, that's hard. because I feel like I'm like an East Coast girl.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say like L.A. like that off the coast over there.
Like Malibu.
Yeah, something like that. But I feel like I would be down on like the Carolinas, to be honest. Because I'm just like East Coast. Or I was also going to say Florida. But I'm more like a chill. That's where I'd raise my family. If you said one place.
Okay.
So I would probably be like North South Carolina.
You ain't trying to go to Corolla or the Outer Banks.
Maybe.
Oh, heck
like
no.
Further
Did you
down.
say Carrabba's?
Corolla.
Corolla, yeah.
No way to Outer Banks.
Sorry. I like my first initial answer was gonna be like the Malibu and up that coast, but I'm more like East Coast. I feel like there's a lot going on the West Coast over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like family oriented, chill over here on the East Coast. So that's what I would say.
Okay.
Stupid answer. Okay.
When I was younger, I probably would say California, but now that I'm older, I would say New York. Just because I have family there.
Yeah.
I can enjoy myself there. The school's good there. Like my cousins went to private school there and they all go to Ivy League schools.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who goes to or is in New York, they all go to Cornell or NYU, it feels like. And those are pretty good. Or Columbia.
Those are all.
Those are all really good
Ivy
city
League
schools.
school,
Like they're
yeah.
all going to Ivy League schools. So I'm like, well, clearly the school system is good. My kid is probably gonna be Asian, so he's gonna be surrounded by a bunch of Asians. But yeah, man, you can have fun, do your thing out here.
Yeah.
So I would say New York. But if I was 22, 23, I would say LA. Probably somewhere in LA, just because you can party. Well, you can party in New York, but the weather, I love the weather there.
Yeah, that's why like it's nice weather over there in Cali.
But I just have family here. And
Yeah.
you can have all the money in the world, but you have no family
Yeah.
or just a few friends. It's not the same. So that's why I factor into it.
Yeah, you are throwing in all these type of like factors I didn't even think about.
Yeah.
He's talking about educate. I'm like, dang, I didn't even think about that. I was okay in my mind. The first thought was that I would live in Hawaii.
Oh.
I would
that's
live.
a
I would.
good one.
I would live in Hawaii.
It's a very good one, Jesse.
Because this is my reason. Okay, if I have all the money in the world,
Yeah.
I want to be in solitude. Right. I want to be somewhere where I can just live a very peaceful life, just kick it, like not worry about air pollution. Because like big cities, the air is really bad. It's
Yeah.
freaking dirty as hell.
New York.
You know, that's like I didn't like.
That's
like,
fair.
Right. I was like, and like I want to take somewhere with my mom, my dad. My mom, and my dad, they don't like they like stuff quiet. So I'm like, you know what? They probably like Hawaii, right? Get a nice little $5 million man. It's stuff that's really expensive. For $5 million, might be not even be like a big house.
Yeah.
Right?
Now Hawaii, Hawaii is
Yeah.
expensive.
Right, I can go down
It
to the
is.
I can go down to the ocean. The food there is fresh because they're like the seafood's really fresh. The people there are really nice because you get that nice little Asian influence. And yeah, Hawaii.
Good answer. Wow. Why didn't we think of that?
Hawaii's beautiful, by the way.
Hawaii is beautiful.
Yeah, I've been and like, man, we need to go back one day.
Yeah, yo, 25 million ain't going as far in Hawaii though. It's like $10 a gallon of gas.
All right. If
You
I'm
ain't driving. You
Yeah.
ain't the one driving.
He's taking
bro.
mopeds everywhere.
yeah,
He's got a luxury moped.
if I'm in Hawaii, I think I have to get like 50 million.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna,
right.
I'll say 50 million. And the thing about like you can go there instead. You don't have to stay on one island too, because Hawaii is the whole thing. So
Yes.
I can go to the other islands.
Yeah.
Like I said, the food there's good, you know. And then my like, if I want to learn how to play some golf, you know, I gotta do something. Might as well go learn how to play some golf. Maybe do some surfing.
Swim with some turtles.
Swim with some turtles. I can go scuba diving.
See some sharks. Maybe go on a submarine.
Yes.
What do you got to add that part? Come on, you trying
Yes.
to you kill Jesse now?
Yes.
You plotting?
And because I think because it's like one of the most like I think it's the most expensive place to live. Theoretically, I don't know if this is true. I feel like homelessness is probably not as prevalent there. Maybe it is.
It's not because you have to pay to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You have to
so
pay to
in my
get
mind,
there.
probably I don't have to deal with like homeless people, too much of people
I
like.
think it's mostly in like the busy area, like Honolulu.
Okay,
I think that's
okay.
just where
In the big
mostly-
cities, you'll see some stragglers that are unfortunate
Yeah.
and homeless, but for the most part, I'm assuming people like they probably house
like
their
the
homeless
other
population
islands.
Yeah. So yep, that's my answer. Hawaii.
This is random, but did you know that per capita, DC has the most homeless people in the nation?
No, I did not know that.
Even more so than California. I was like,
For real?
yeah, and they're also number one in all crime.
Is this recent?
Yeah,
The hell?
per capita,
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
total population, but per capita. I was like, dang.
Didn't you tell me that like that people send all their homeless people to LA?
Yes, because the weather's good,
Oh, okay.
so they can survive there.
Yeah.
Like homeless people can't survive in all the cold places. They'll die in the wintertime.
Yeah.
What about you, Toon? Where you
Where
living?
are we going?
Where we going, huh?
Where we going?
I mean, I got a chance to go to San Jose last year, and not so much like that far into San Jose, but like the Palo Alto place. The weather was beautiful. I just remember like it was in June, and it was just like 65, 70 degrees weather. I mean, you got like the nice, beautiful coastline. You got access to, you know, the big mountain if you want to go. I love to go snowboarding. So like if I want to go fly out there to go snowboarding. Actually, I remember sitting down there. I'm like, man, I could see myself living here if I could, and I don't have to worry about how much it costs to live there. I'd probably go to like Palo Alto area.
Wait,
Really nice.
is Palo Alto? Is it like one of the most expensive places, or is it cheaper?
Yeah,
It's the Bay.
It's a very expensive
Yeah,
place.
it
That's
is
where
the
that's the
Bay.
hometown of like Apple, you know, like Nvidia, and like all these big tech companies are out there.
I heard that a lot of people in San Francisco, they actually live in San Jose because it's cheaper than living in actually San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, depending on where you live. If you live in a nice hill house, you know, it might be a little bit more expensive. But I had a chance to drive through San Francisco too. I don't think I want to live directly in San Francisco. It's pretty bad.
Really?
a lot of homeless people out there as well.
I saw this thing where they said that like if like Oakland's right next to it, right?
Yeah.
I think was it in Oakland or San Francisco? Like when you at night when you park on the street, people like lower their windows or they open their windows so like. Because apparently, if you don't, people literally break into your windows to shush your car. So if you open your windows and you take everything out, it's like,
It's like they have nothing to take.
yeah, I have nothing to
And you
take.
have no broken windows.
I have heard that some people like have been doing that, which is crazy to me. But I mean, my old roommate Regina was parked. Her car was parked in DC and it got smashed. Like, this happens here too.
Really?
Yeah. So
Dang.
you gotta be careful.
That's why they say don't put anything in the back seat, front seat that looks like it's valuable. Of course, someone will smash your windshield.
And I know you guys got nice cars, so you know, make sure you keep it clear.
Oh, I only park in parking decks, bro. Oh, at nighttime,
Only?
I stick to parking decks. Morning time, I'll park in the street. But ever since, people talk about that, I'm so wary.
Talk about DC?
Yes.
I think it depends on what area. Like if we're like, because we've gone out in DC and like we've driven. I think if the area is very populated and there's a lot of like foot traffic going on, I think it's okay because somebody will see it. But if I park it in like an alley where there's like nobody at, then I think I'll be like a little more sketched out.
Damn, Jay, I didn't know it was the most crime per capita.
I just found that out yesterday. I was like, what the heck?
What the heck?
So do you guys
It's crazy because we're like right there.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you'll ever move out of DC?
No.
Move out to live in DC or move out?
Like somewhere
Oh.
out of this area?
Will we move out of this area? We thought about it for sure.
Yeah, we did.
What
Yeah.
do you guys think about going?
Well, we had Denver in mind. Yeah.
I'll visit you.
Wait,
I mean, like we bought a house. Like even I don't know. Well, we ended up buying a house, but that was like our top. Like if we wanted to move out of state, it would be Denver, and we probably wouldn't have. I don't know, have bought there yet. We'd probably just like stay for like a year and see how we like it and go from there. But that was. I also suggested Houston because I have family there
Too
too.
hot.
It's so damn hot.
Very hot.
It is, but that was like probably my number 2 to move out of there.
we went to Austin last year for Christian?
Yeah.
For Christian's
yeah.
bachelor party. The moment we stepped down, I said, "What the heck is this? I feel like a chocolate bar melting right now."
We stuck to water all weekend
Yeah.
and stayed inside. And then the moment it was, I feel like we woke up at 12 o'clock and we just stayed by the pool, maybe get food. And then we were on a boat. And then the only time we were outside was when the sun was down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it even gets hot
hot.
at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like the humidity is so bad.
So dry there. But hey,
I don't get the hype of Houston. Like I remember for the longest time, everyone's like, you should go to Austin. You should go to Austin. You should go to Austin. It's so nice. And I went down and like, bro, this ain't me.
I think it's
This ain't
because
me.
it's chill. For me, it is. It's like chill, but then you also get the little crazy side of like 6th Street. But then if you go like outside of that, it's more, it's like relaxed. But I think the vibe there, I vibed with their vibe.
do you like calm, peaceful things then?
I mean, sometimes you'll see me go out.
Yeah.
Like I can hang with like the crazy side, but now that I'm older, I also have, on that other side, like they have East and West 6th Street. And I've been to both. I've been to the east side where it's like ton of people, it's ratchet, like shit's everywhere. And then you go to west and it's more like a little bit more class. Like it's still kind of crazy, but it's a little more classier. And that's where I like really liked it. And where I can get like best of both worlds, and also like food over in like Austin, obviously.
The barbecue.
Yeah,
The food
like
there
you
is
get
amazing.
everything there.
Leroy
And
Lewis.
everything was mostly practically close. I mean, when we went a few years ago, like our Uber ride was only like 15, 20 minutes. And I feel like everything was just so close. So
It was really cheap. I remember the Ubers there being really cheap.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. I think me personally, I've been to Houston. I don't remember it very, very well, but Houston is a nice city.
it is.
big.
Yeah, most of my family's over there.
I like Houston, and what you call it. And the thing I like about Houston is I think Austin. No offense, but it's too white for me. It's
mean, it's
way
Texas.
it's way too white.
It's
No, but
Texas.
Houston, I like
You
me
get a
some-
little mix. You get a little mix of Houston.
I like a little diversity. You know what I'm saying?
Houston has a little mix.
Houston got some diversity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
I just want to say there's a reason why Yao Ming said he wanted to go there.
Yeah, but like I
I'm
said,
just saying, there's a reason why.
I remember when I went to Houston for the very first time. It was like a 2011, I think. No, 2012. I went down there and, bro, like I think because I'd never been outside of the Virginia area. I went to LA. In LA for like a little bit, and then I went to Houston. I'm like, dang, the women down here are freaking beautiful. And they said everything's bigger in Texas. I was like, yeah, pretty much. You said, oh yeah, pretty much. But actually, too, have you been to Houston, right?
Yeah, we were there for a wedding
All
last
right.
year.
You been to OC,
No, I
Orange
haven't.
County.
Orange County?
Oh, Orange County?
Yeah.
I've been to Orange.
All right. As a Viet man,
Yeah.
I have to ask you this question.
Sure.
Okay, so people have told me that the Viet food here in DC is really good, correct?
Okay.
All
Yes.
right. And so I know I'm gonna throw New York out because New York's Viet food is some trash. You hear that? Y'all need to get your shit up because that shit is trash. All right. And then so I know the big ones OC,
Yeah.
Houston, and I guess this area, DC area. Which one's the best? Who got the best Viet food in the country?
I'll answer that.
I've been to it's called like the Phuc Laptau, which is like in Irvine or Orange County. You're talking about?
Is that the place where it has like the big red sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the two dragons.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's famous and well known. I mean, I'm biased, right? Eden is the spot, and this area I believe has some of the best Vietnamese food. Just
Okay.
'cause it's just East Coast style food too. I
Okay.
feel like here they got like
Wait, you said East Coast. What do you mean by East Coast? Like there's like East Coast style Viet food and West Coast style Viet food?
That's what I'm asking because
I would say here it's like you got there's like different regions of Vietnam, like the Hue and then the Saigon. I feel like over here in the East Coast it's more like Saigon. It's just like noodles, street food.
okay.
Out there, it's like more sit down style restaurants. It just there's a lot more space over there than it is here.
That makes a lot of sense.
So it's a different variety. I mean, I remember going with my parents. Like I asked them, like, did you like food here or did you like food back in Eden? I mean, they liked Eden
Okay.
better. So maybe it's just because they're from here and they're biased.
Yeah.
So like I'm also biased,
Okay.
but I think we have some of the best Viet food here.
What do you think, Abby?
I was gonna say Houston
Houston?
because they have. It's literally like a whole. It's like Route 7, the whole Route 7. To me, it's like a huge Eden.
You can fact check me, but I'm pretty sure it's like that area in Orange County had the most Vietnamese population. Then you have like San Jose area, which like has their own little Saigon. And Houston is either the third or the second most like Vietnamese population.
But I haven't been to the one in OC yet, so.
They're more like Creole and like Cajun
Yes.
Vietnamese style.
Yes,
in
I
Houston.
will say one. I'm gonna need a list of all the Houston places to go
It's
after
it's
this.
just like one area. You just like exit one area, like one like huge street, and it's just everywhere.
Okay, that's crazy.
I will let you know what it is.
Okay.
As soon as like
Okay.
we're done here, but
You know, remember Brad, right? Because he's down there now. I think we're gonna try to go in like the fall sometime when it's nice and cooler. And it's not like I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
melting in the freaking
yeah,
sun.
definitely go.
So, try to hit up
later.
Houston.
In September sometime.
Yeah, so try to hit up Houston. I'm gonna hit you up. Try to get some spots.
Yeah.
But I will say though, the banseo here sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, bun sale. My mom makes better bun sale than most restaurants out
Yeah,
here.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
about to
I
say
do
OC
like
got
her.
better bансeo than here.
Bun sale, yeah.
They got better that and better seafood. Because when we went to this place this past weekend, in Rockville that served oak, like the snails and stuff.
Up low, yeah. I know
It was
what you're
not
talking
good
about.
here. I was like, dude, what is going on? But when you're on the West Coast, even when I went to Denver, I was like, it was so much better. The oak was so much better. So, and like the catfish, and there's no place around here where they give you the opportunity to wrap the little spring rolls with other stuff, other than maybe Brothers Bistro. It does it a little bit, but on the West Coast, they let us wrap up the fish in it. I know some place they let you wrap up lemongrass beef, or they let you wrap up like soft shell crabs and squid and whatever you want in the wrapper. Here it's just like, nope, here you go,
He's talking about because we went to when we were in OC like 2 years ago, 2021.
something like that. Yeah.
2021, we went with like Ashley, we went with Nicole and Dara, and we went to OC area, and like we went to this seafood restaurant, and you know how they give the rice paper, and so we got a whole grilled a catfish, and they gave us the rice paper to wrap it in into like a summer roll, and we ate it, and it came with fish paste.
So
Good.
And I remember Nicole's saying it's actually like you better watch yourself like eating that stuff, because if you go out later, your breath gonna smell like fish sauce.
Yeah, it's like strong.
It's like that's it. Joel's thing. Like you'll be talking to Joy. Hey, how you doing? What is that?
You're sweating out lemongrass beef.
Yeah, I mean, that's all good.
Yeah, and then like we went to what's that Banseo place? Not the one in Rodeo, the other one. Miquan. Like we got the Banseo.
No, we went to Kwan Mi and we got Miquang and Banseo.
Okay, so we went to Kwan Mi, and then they got with the banh mi. I'm sorry, Banseo, and they gave us the rice paper to wrap it in the banseo in the rice paper. And I was like, damn, this joint is so good, so good. I was like, why don't they got this in Eden?
You guys are
Yeah.
plugging in so many nice spots here. I feel like we got to go back and like mark them all down.
Yeah,
Check it out.
Hey man, if you ever want to go back, let me know. But you said your mom makes even better banseo, so next time your mom is making banseo, let me know. I'm gonna swing by. I'm like, yo, I got the
you.
toppings, man. Whatever toppings you need, I'll bring over the squid, the shrimp, whatever.
All right, how about this? Who's got the best pho in this area? I feel like
hands
subjective.
down.
Hands down, it's Falls 75 in Falls Church.
The one that's like cash only.
Yeah, the one that I used to live by.
Yeah.
amazing. Hands down,
That's
the
where I
best pho.
find it,
It comes out
like,
fresh. Like the meat, I like to ask a medium rare, like so I can like dip it in
Wait.
and get it.
You guys have not been there?
I'm trying to think. Is that the one next to the
DC
banh mi
banh mi?
place?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
I
been
mean,
there.
Okay.
DC, yeah,
We've been
hands
there.
down the best pho
There's no
in this
way you've
place.
not been
I,
pretty
I
good.
have not been
It's
there.
pretty good.
Really?
Because the only
Jesse, you gotta go.
the first 75 that I've been to is the one in Roslyn.
There is one there
Oh
too.
yeah.
But
That one
they're not all
closed.
the same though. I mean, I believe I've been to that one as well. I
Yeah.
specifically believe this one in Falls Church is the best one.
Okay,
Yeah.
because like people say first 75, but I always thought it was that one. And I went one time a long time ago. I was like, this is not that great.
No.
Yeah, no, it was mids
The
when I
one
went to
in
that one.
Falls Church is like the
Falls Church.
OG one that everyone goes to.
Okay, I gotta try that one because like
Yeah.
for now I haven't been there in a while. I like pho satay because I remember we used to go.
I know Nia's a big satay fan, and I'll fight him for it. I'm like, yo, 75
I
hands
don't
down.
think
But he's
so
like, yo,
either.
satay's better.
Hey, and I remember when you were still single and like when this girl wasn't in the picture, right? We used to go to pho satay like every single weekend. like-
Every
Well,
weekend.
even
Every
when
s-
we
We
were
did, yeah.
dating, we would go the day after. We'd all
yeah,
go
that's
out.
what. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, you were in the
Yeah.
picture. All right, all right.
Hey, I was there.
I think it's funny. We would go to ballet at night, and in the
Yeah.
morning we wake up and go to fuss and tay. I'm like, what the heck is the point in this?
Bro, that was like the best one when ballet was open like 24 hours, and we would all like go out, sound check, park,
It's like
and then go
3
there
a.m.
after.
and go get a bun meat. Oh my gosh, it would hit.
It would so hit.
Do you don't understand
Damn.
why they closed down, or why they
don't
I
don't?
have no idea.
Maybe they were just tired of us
Probably.
degenerates
yes,
going in at
I
3
think the
a.m.
last time we went there, the very last time we went there, we were coming back from somewhere, and we got there, and there was blood everywhere. That was the last like late night time we've ever been there, and we walked in. It was like blood all over the door. The door's glass.
Yeah.
The glass was all shattered on one side of the door,
Oh, God.
and we walked in. There's blood stains everywhere. And apparently, what happened is, like, you know, at Falls Church, there's like Viet gangs. We found out when we got there. So he was like, yeah, a Vietnamese, like two rival Vietnamese gangs were there eating, and they started like cursing at each other and started fighting. And then like one of them went into the kitchen and grabbed a bunch of knives, and they came out and they started fighting, cutting each other up. That's why there was so much blood everywhere.
The cleaver, you know, the Asian
Yeah.
cleavers that they be using.
Our Vietnamese people said that you guys only use the butcher knife
The
for everything,
humongous knife, right?
Yeah.
Y'all use that for everything.
Like, you know, when you're cutting up pork leg or something.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you like cutting up
I
vegetables.
think I've seen that at
all
your
use the
parents' house.
same. Wait, are Filipinos saying that you guys only use one knife?
I don't know. One. I don't. My mom uses a bunch, but not just like one specific one.
Okay.
Maybe if I like go back to the Philippines, they probably. I wouldn't be surprised they would just use one huge knife
Yeah,
for everything.
We miss you, ballet.
Yeah, we
Come
just-
back, come back, come back. Like that was the last time we went. It was like it was crazy. Cause like, what the heck's
What
going
the
on?
heck?
Scary.
Blood everywhere.
Man, that's crazy.
Actually, you know what? Since we were talking about like since you were in the back in the picture, I think like in the last month. So you guys, your dynamic was you guys knew each other like before college, correct? High school. High school. Okay. So little context. I went to a wedding recently,
Okay.
and then back in like beginning of June, and one of my old friends, you know Tuan? You know Tuan? He went to school with us. He graduated my year, but he's 3 years older than me because he went to the military first and then came back for college. So he moved out to LA and I guess dating and everything. But like I've noticed that a lot of people, they move away, but they never really find anything. And he started like rekindling again with the girl like he like used to know back here, and then now they're dating again.
Yeah.
Right. And he told me, he told me, because like the girl you're going to eventually end up with is somebody you probably already know. And I'm like, I don't know about that because I don't really date in my friend circle.
Yeah.
Right. And then another one of my friends like recently told me, because I'm seeing this girl that I went to high school with, I grew up with.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, dude, that's two for two.
2 for 2.
And then like my sister, she's dating. Her man is like somebody she knows from middle school, and it really got me thinking. Because I heard this a long time ago. They said that your soulmate is somebody usually by the time you reach 21, you've already met your soulmate in your life.
I've heard that too.
You've heard that. So do you think that is true for like especially with y'all since y'all like rekindled?
I guess so, yeah. Because I mean, it did come true. I mean, knew him before I was 21, so I guess that I do agree with that comment. But I think some people are like, I don't know about that.
Do you believe in soulmates?
I do. I also believe in like a person having multiple soulmates.
Agreed. What about
That's
you,
facts.
Tim?
Because like, okay, yes, he's my soulmate, but like, what if it didn't work out or we never did get together? I'm going to be with, like we're going to have other soulmates in the world.
Okay. What do you think?
I mean, I definitely believe that there a person out there that is the best fit for you at that time. And unless you go looking for others, that should be your soulmate. I mean, from our story, yeah, I did know of Abby in high school, but like,
Did you
I
think
never
she was cute?
yeah, of course, she was gorgeous.
You
She
guys
still
also
is.
know, did you guys also know that I dated a Tuan in high school for like 3-4
Did you know this
years?
one?
Yeah, I did know this Tuan. We played football with this Tuan.
Oh, that one?
Yeah,
Oh, that guy? Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know him.
yeah,
Yeah.
Big Twan.
yeah.
I don't think
But yeah, me and Tuan are cool.
Okay.
And I knew of Abby in high school, but I never shoot my shot. So you mentioned like the word rekindling, like after college, I remember just seeing her out and about sometime, and I'm like, damn.
Well,
I mean,
so like I was friends with Marla, and she's obviously like part of our group, but I was friends with her first out of that whole group, and I knew they all hung out. So then after college, everybody moved back. I would see them out, and I would see him, and like I would talk to Marla, and I'd be like invited to like their things because of Marla. So that's how like we just, I guess, rekindled. Like we never were really like friends.
yeah, I wouldn't say
Like,
we kindled. I
during-
definitely like asked her out, and I remember it was like at park one night.
At park.
So we
It was-
rekindled at
yeah.
Park.
At park,
Everyone,
At-
shout out Park 114.
Yeah,
Bring back the park.
on 14.
please.
What a great place. Yeah, I remember it was one night where I knew she was going to be there because we're celebrating like a mutual friends party. a birthday party, whatever it
Per
was.
usual.
And like it was getting late, and I'm like, damn, she's still not here. Like this is the time I'm actually gonna like ask her, like, you know, get her number, shoot my
Wait,
shot.
what?
Wait, you made the move?
Hold on.
I definitely made them.
We're gonna backtrack. There were multiple times at park we saw each other. There was one, I guess, when I gave him my number, but he had never texted me, so we went on with our lives. And then the next time I saw him, he asked for my number, and I was like, I was not gonna lie, blocked out, like borderline, waiting for whoever I was with to come outside. And I was like, you already have my number.
Yeah, so
and he, lo and behold, he found it on his phone. There we
the
go.
first time I think I did black out that night. So like, I remember coming home and Nikki was like, "Dude, you totally got her number," and like you ended up making out with another girl that night.
Tuan's a dog. Tuan's a dog.
To all my dogs, got that dog, you know.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it was embarrassing, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna make it up this time. You know, it's the park. I know she's gonna be here.
I think we saw each other between those two times. I think it was
Yeah,
like
I don't think I was ready.
Friendsgiving.
Though. I was not ready, but I was ready that time, and I was like, you know what, I'm just
wasn't
gonna do
either.
it. And yeah, we're here now. I definitely think Abby's the soulmate. So you definitely have your soulmates out there.
Do you think
good.
there's everybody has more than one soulmate?
I mean, if you go looking for another soulmate, you're gonna find it. I think there's, you know, when you have your one, you should be settled.
Okay,
Should be
Jay,
good.
what do you think? Do you believe in soulmates?
I mean, evolutionary, there has to be more than one soulmate. I'm just saying.
Oh, no, I just believe in just the term soulmate.
Yeah, of course, because there's people in your life that you just connect and vibe with better than anyone else. It doesn't just nothing you can put your finger on. It's not their background. Something they just click with you.
Okay.
There's just something about them.
Now, do you guys believe in the one?
Wait, what?
The one?
What is?
Like, just
Like there's only one person out there for you?
You know the saying, like, oh my God,
like, oh my-
he's the one.
She's the one.
She's the one.
Oh, I think people just like that because it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But I think there's more than one person out there for you. There's how many people in the world?
There's I think like
Too many.
6 billion.
6 billion people in the world. It's just whether or not you have the resources to go out there and look for them.
So
That's what it is. Like, yes, there's more than one, but what if your one's over in Dubai, in Asia or something like that? You about to fly over there and comb through all of Dubai, comb through everything to find them. It's whether or not you're willing to. There's something I saw something today. You can have anything, but you can't have everything. So you can find
Shit.
the one, but you're sacrificing a lot of other things.
Okay. So you don't believe in the one, but you believe in soulmates.
Yeah.
What about you, y'all?
Next, I'm gonna think about it.
I'm gonna think
I'm
about
gonna
it.
think about
I'm
what I'm
pondering that
trying to
thought.
say.
Yeah, I think like when it comes to soulmates, right? I think when you just throw that phrase out there, it's like this one person is the perfect one for you, and like, you know, you have unconditional love for this person, and that's like that is what a soulmate should be. But to keep it going, relationships are hard. Relationship isn't just like, yo, like we're together and everything is perfect, right? So that's what I mean by like if you go out looking for another soulmate because you're not satisfied with what you have, yeah, you're gonna eventually find other soulmates. But if you have someone that you truly care about, that you like are emotionally invested, there are gonna be times where you like are challenged, right? So instead of looking for another soulmate, you should probably work on what you got, or else, you know,
Wow.
you'll be in a
It's deep.
situation.
I saw something recently, right? And it said, I follow this this psychologist on Twitter, and she like posts a lot of like psychology like theories and like behavioral stuff, and it's just like really good
is it?
reads. It's like wow, I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't know that.
Is it a blonde lady?
Yes.
Is it a blonde lady?
I know exactly who it is. I don't know what her name, but I see every single person I follow feel like retweets her stuff.
She be like tweeting some crazy. I'm like, dude, this girl is like, she said something that really resonated. It said that every single situation, no matter how bad it is, can be fixed. It's
Yeah.
just that both parties had to be willing to fix
Yeah.
it. So no matter how bad things are, both parties just have to be willing to fix it. Because relationships are hard.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't know because I haven't been in a relationship in 6 years. So
It's facts. I feel
I'm
you
not,
on
I'm
that.
not- right. Put it there.
I do agree with that. Just because, like, I'd agree with that because, I mean, last night, me and him, we sat down and we just had to like talk about everything. And I feel like he said something very similar to that. he was like, all of these problems, we have to work it out like together. And, or like, it's going to be fixed later.
Facts.
Like, we just have to do it together.
Absolutely.
Like, it might not be fixed right now, but it will have, like, it will eventually fix. Like,
Absolutely.
you can't do it alone. You have to do it together.
Absolutely. So all y'all listening, just know no matter how bad your situation is, it's fixable. Y'all both just got to want it. But go back to the thing is, I believe that there's multiple soulmates for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that like, I don't think a soulmate is not only somebody that you like are intimately romantically with. I think that your soulmate can also be your best friend.
Yeah.
Right. I think soulmates is not exclusive to love. I think soulmates also like just people you resonate really, really deep with. Like there's like people, everybody has people in their lives, but like, dude, I don't know what it is about this person, but we're just so freaking tight. She's like my sister or she's like my brother. I think that's probably someone like a soulmate too. It's just, those are the type of people you just never get into the romantic relationship with. But while there's other people in your life that you can take that level with. So because like, okay, I'm religious. So I believe that every person has certain people in your life that are like just destined for you to become really close with, whether or not you want to basically have a relationship with them or not, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? And then no matter what road you take, you come across different soulmates along the way. And then the one, I believe in the one, but when it comes to the one, I believe the one is the one that you choose. So the one is a soulmate that you end up choosing to be with the rest of your life.
That's exactly what I was pondering
never actually
about.
looked at it that way. Like you've enlightened me on that soulmate aspect. And yes, now that I'm going back, I do agree with you. I think when I was at EDC, right, it was the theme of the thing was like the awakening. You know, that was the theme for EDC.
Okay.
And like there was a moment where, you know, I felt like the people around me were there for a reason to enlighten me, to make my life better. And like, damn, this is a great time. And that's why like this year was especially like our first EDC and one of the best EDC. And I think one of the reasons is just because the people who are there, you know, however you made it there, whenever you made it there, at a certain point, I think we were all there sharing the same, like that good energy. And that felt great, man. I was like, it was perfect.
Who's your best friend?
I have more than
aside your male best friend.
I have multiple best friends.
Your name two. Any two.
I say Nia and Kevin.
Okay, Nia and Kevin. You've known each other since high school?
I've known Nia since like grade school.
So I bet you when it comes to Nia, like you could probably connect with him in a way that like you can't connect with nobody. And like there's probably the type of incidences like you could probably read him and know exactly what he's thinking without him saying it or without even directly told you like, I get you. Right? So that means that Nia is probably a soulmate to you.
Yeah,
like
I was going to say.
Yeah, don't tell him that though.
You're probably like, yo, what the heck?
Oh, guys.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. There's some people that just connects with you and like gets you. And like when they're around you, like, yeah, of course, you're gonna share like ups and downs, but for the most part, they enlighten you. Like they make you know, they make the situation better. Like they make you better.
Also another one is like I think that like a child and a parent can also be a soulmate too. Because like you can connect with your parents on a whole different type of level. So I was like, you know what, like, and that's why to me I also think that the reason why a child and then like a parent can be a soulmate, because usually as like a guy, when you're looking for a partner, you're looking for somebody that's similar to your mother, and vice versa. As a woman, you're looking for somebody that's similar to your father. So
that's exactly what I was pondering about like the one. I was thinking like, I guess
so
it's somebody you choose to be the one that you want to be with.
The one doesn't exist. The one is the one that you choose.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
but yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's all I gotta say about that.
I completely agree with like the multiple soulmates, and also like it doesn't have to be like the person you're like intimate or like all like deep relationship with. It could be like anybody, like especially like best friends. I feel like your best friends that you call like brother and sister are like practically your soulmates, because you guys just like get along so well and like think the same, or like you said, like you just like look at somebody and you just know what they're thinking. And I definitely agree with all of that.
So when you guys were looking at each other before y'all started dating and y'all was seeing each other apart from time to time, you're like, ooh, dang, two looking cute as hell over there. Abby looking fine over there. And when y'all was eyeing each other down, right? Did y'all feel that type of connection? Did y'all feel that type of pull toward each other?
Absolutely. No, like for real. Like I felt like that was the night that I was like, so that night, like that I really like said this, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Everybody had already went home in our friend group. And I was just like, you know what? I got to stick around because eventually she's going to show up. You came really late.
Was it like 1:30 or something?
I don't
That John was
know.
closing?
2:30 back then. Yeah.
I
2:30.
just remember I was really. I just remember being outside waiting for people to come out.
Okay.
And I think I just got really drunk fast because, like I said, we came in a little later. I probably just came out of like chasing tails, went straight there and started just pounding drinks. But, yeah, I guess you can say that.
Yeah, I felt that. I was like, you know what? I think this is going to work. Like, made it happen.
I think that like when it comes in that type of dynamic, I think it's easier than like for me having to cold approach people, because I think that with y'all, if they have that familiarity, it's like a little easier to approach them.
Yeah.
Because you kind of like get a feel for them, and that's why I think people they date in their friend groups too, because you're like familiar with each other, so it makes it
tricky.
easier.
And I guess it's a little different because I wasn't really part of the friend group. Like Marlo was just my connection to that friend group. And I just happened to know the rest of like everybody else from high school and college, because you also lived with Kat and then also lived with Nikki. I knew them through college before they even knew each other. Like I knew that they knew each other. So it all like kind of worked out like when we did start dating and hanging out with everybody else, and everything was all natural because I knew everyone already.
I got a question. Was you crushing on Tuan before he made the move?
I was, because we saw each other at Friendsgiving.
Look at this
Yeah.
man smiling hard as hell. He's like, you know what I'm saying? You know what you look at that.
No, because like I was late to Friendsgiving because I had to work at Churrology and I had brought churros.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like 3 hours late. So like, and then you guys were there, and then you guys like left. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm not going to talk to you here.
There were some missed opportunities for sure. So like we ran into each other, but then like at that particular incident at Park, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let this chance go to waste. And I shoot my shot, and I didn't know she was blackout drunk. So
The first time, and we both the first time you were also blacked out and also didn't know. So
yeah,
it's fine.
They're just like the blackout twins over here, huh?
Blackout twins.
Earlier, you said that that you gave Tuan your number initially. I want to ask you this straight up. This is out of my curiosity. Okay. Were you slightly like thinking about that? Like, why didn't he text me? Like,
I did.
What was the duration from the moment that you gave him your number the first time and like the second time you said you already got my number? What was like, if you were to guess, how long was that?
I don't know. It was actually a few months.
yeah. So Friendsgiving was
Few
in November,
months.
and then I didn't shoot my shot until
It was
February.
after
like January,
Friendsgiving.
February.
Okay, so that's like 3 months, right? We'll say 3 months, right? So during that 3 months when you had given your number to Tuan, right? How much did you think about it? We're like, dang, why hasn't he texted me yet?
I think I probably only thought about it probably like the first week. So
Okay.
I was like, oh, I wonder.
Did he eat at you?
No. Because then the next time he thought he didn't have my number, but I was like, you have my number. And I wrote my name down and it was there.
Okay.
So he just totally forgot.
You know when you put someone's phone number in your phone, and it like if you already have it, it'll pop up their name. I
Yeah.
swear it popped up, and I was shocked. I was like, damn, I guess I did get her.
And I was like, duh.
All right. In Tuan's defense, I'm just saying, sometimes I did an audit through my phone recently, just looking at phone numbers. There's like 50 phone numbers in my phone. I have no idea who they are. I don't even know how they're in there. So in Tuan's defense, if you're drunk, sometimes you just don't know. Like there's just people with names. I'm like, I don't know where this person's from. It'll just be like their name in the club or like the name in the city or like something like that. I'm like, who are these people? I have no idea. I'm just like deleting them. So in your defense, when you're drunk, you get people's numbers you don't know unless you remember to text them like, hey, this is Tuan or something like that.
But so 'cause I'm just curious because like I feel like that
I
happens
did
a
for
lot.
a little bit. But then I kind of just was like,
whatever. Because I mean, I was single and I was like, okay, whatever.
It didn't eat at you at all.
On to the next. Or
Said,
I was just
plenty
like,
of fish in the sea. I'm swimming.
Because I remember.
I won't lie. Like I did wonder because after a couple, I don't really like remember if like you did text me. He didn't text me. That's all I know. He didn't know. He ended up not remembering he had my number.
Yeah.
But it did bother me probably like the first like week, and then.
Do you think it raises attraction at all if he doesn't like call or text? Because I think.
I guess from that, like from the first time.
Yes.
Does it raise the attraction?
Do you think it raises your attraction for that other person?
It probably did like a little bit, just a little, because I just didn't know like, was I gonna see him again, or is this gonna happen again? Are we gonna talk ever? So I didn't really get my hopes up. So I was just like, okay, let me just leave it be and just like see how this goes.
Okay, because my hypothesis is, if you do that, it makes like, and then like you forget for whatever reason, it does make the person, whether it's a guy, I think it works for guys and girls, and they don't text or whatever. I think it secretly raises attraction because it got you thinking, and that anticipation makes you want them more. Because you're waiting for it, and when you're not, as people, when you don't get what you want it more.
Yeah.
So that's why I
agree with that. Yeah, that could happen.
But it depends on if it's what the person wants.
Yes. I mean, of course, if it's somebody that you think is like cute or whatever, boy, gotta be just like cute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like
Gotta be cute.
How many options does someone have? If someone got hella options, they're probably like, I'm not measuring all 6 of these options, but if someone's like locked in, you know. If you zoomed in, definitely.
Or
does.
like, I think that like if you have any resemblance of like interest, it works. Because I have a story from back in college. This was I took a trip down to VCU and met some people. This is when I had just joined my fraternity.
Okay.
And like we had like a convention or whatnot, and we went down there. Me and like Dard, all of us went down there. We were just partying and everything. I blacked out. Right, I completely blacked out, and I got this girl's number, and I'm like, I don't remember talking to this girl. I just remember going there, and like having a great time, and then like going back to their place and just chilling afterwards. I never remember even talking to this girl, and I was like, I swear I didn't talk to this girl, but apparently I did because I had her on Facebook. I had her number and I had everything. I'm like, dude, I don't remember
all platforms.
She was like, here's my number, here's my Facebook, follow me. Yeah, holy crap!
Like I don't even remember like me. I think I vaguely remember this girl. Like I thought I maybe just saw her, but apparently I talked to her and we exchanged contacts and everything. And then like I remember when we got back to that the next, I guess when the weekend was over, and then I was like, and I just saw like this person has accepted your friend request. I'm like, who the heck is this? I was like, who is this? And I'm like, and I saw that and like and she was just like popping up on my Facebook for like the longest time because back then Facebook was hot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Facebook ain't hot no more. Okay.
No.
We only use it for events.
Yeah.
That was used for that.
Those are the days when you used to poke each other on Facebook. Y'all know what I'm saying?
I remember those days. Yeah.
I had no idea that like that was like a way to like game to poke each other.
Mm-hmm.
I
flirted.
It's like a form of virtual flirting, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but apparently it was.
Yeah.
But
Oh no.
so this girl, she's popped on my thing and like we used to chat because like I feel like people used to just chat on Facebook all the time with each other, and she just kept popping on my thing all the time. I was like. Who is this girl? Like, who is this girl that keeps popping on my Facebook thing? And then just kept going. And after like 3 months went by, then I was like, hey, I keep seeing this girl on my joint. I don't want to see who this girl is. So I messaged her. And then turns out she's like, and then she was like, she immediately gave me the response back, like off rip. Like I was like, oh snap. And like we really hit it off. And we was messaging each other for a while and it was great. And then like that's when I found out that like, I did meet her and we talked. Ooh. I don't know who initiated, but we did talk that night. And like I got her stuff and everything. And apparently I asked for her Facebook and everything. I'm like, okay, I don't remember all this, but okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Did you like feel bad?
No. I don't feel bad. What? No.
That like you didn't remember like doing all that with her? Because I just feel like she's probably like, dang, he don't remember.
I will not lie. I think I was young and I didn't know dating etiquette. and I didn't understand that. So it completely flew way over me.
Yeah.
It completely flew way over me. It did. And so we hit it off. We talked a lot. And then like, yeah, it didn't work out though eventually. And
No.
I thought I
Poked
did.
each other.
Huh?
You guys poked each other.
I don't know if I
Then you
did.
poked
I don't
her?
know if I did. We were basically internet pen pals for the hottest minute.
Oh my god, I
Like the-
completely forgot.
I forgot about the pokes, man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
That was a
I
high
used to do
school
that
thing,
so
you know. You
much.
friend somebody on Facebook, you poke them.
I did that in high
jeez.
school. I didn't do that in college. When I was in high school, I think I did a lot of poke wars.
Yeah.
Poke wars.
I
A
definitely
lot
did
of
in
poke
high school.
wars.
Definitely in high school
I
for sure.
think, yeah, every single girl that I had a poke war with in high school, I was crushing on low key, like high key. One of them ended up being a girlfriend, I think. But yeah, the other one, it was poking.
Oh my god.
Is it great?
We come up on time, so I ended it with the story. Okay, there's a guy. Okay, I'm gonna tell the story. Okay, I'll tell you who it is after. I'll
I
let
know what this
I'll let the
is.
viewers hear the story.
I know who it is.
But I'm not gonna leave the name out. We'll just say his name is. Give me a name. We'll say Kyle. That's a
very basic name, yes.
We'll say Kyle. His name is Kyle.
Kyle.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. So Kyle over here. You probably know the story once I say it. All right. Started dating this girl in college. Right. We'll say the girl's name is
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron. Very broad.
Okay, Aaron. Kyle and Aaron, right? So Kyle and Aaron started dating, right? Aaron starts poking Kyle on Facebook, right? And then his response was, why you poking me for? Right? Come to find out later on, she was poking him, basically saying, come over and let's do
Yeah.
the deed.
Let's hang out.
It's basically, yeah, basically her way of saying, come over, let's
poke.
do it. Let's do the dance. So, but he didn't know that. But that was her way of saying, yeah, come over. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
She was horny.
That's a very elevated poke. Okay, that's like
Yeah.
that's like a grab. That's not a poke. That's like get over here.
Come here.
Didn't they have super pokes?
I don't.
Yeah, that was.
Where
would've
there
been
was
a-
like,
that would have been a super poke, man. God dang, like hey,
Dang, but anyways, we'll wrap it up on that. We'll come on time. But any final thoughts, guys?
no.
Thanks for having us on.
Of course.
This was fun.
Don't we're not riding any submarines anytime soon, right?
Oh no.
I'm not running what?
No,
Submarine.
we're not riding any
Oh
submarines.
heck no.
subs.
And that Houston list.
You can miss me
Yes.
with that. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Give me that so I can go gamble with.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
If someone gave me $250,
Yeah.
like $250,000, I think okay. If I had that type, if someone gave me that type of money, I'd be like, all right, maybe I'll take like a couple hundred. I'll go have some fun and gamble a little bit. You know, I'm not afraid of like.
I've never gambled, so I'm scared.
It's
We can change that.
intimidating.
I will
No,
say
it's
this
too
though.
competitive.
I will say this though. The reason why I don't do it is because I don't ever want to get to the position where I lose too much and like, you know what, I have to win it back.
Yes,
You know.
I'm too competitive, bro.
So
I've never been in that situation. So
So,
Dang.
all right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I hope you guys enjoyed Abby and Tuan and my boy, little brother Jay. But we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.
see you guys.